How are you?
Happy Easter.
Yeah, you and Gino get the football. All right.
Sweet taters.
The sweet taters.
Sweet taters.
The sweet taters.
And now, it's time for the Sweet Potato Podcast featuring Matt and Theron.
And on the heels of our highly successful Easter candy tier list, we are back in black for...
Did you see my EB impression?
That was really
Did you see me
good.
playing the drums? I'm EB! I'm EB!
I want to position the mic so we can see the peeps in the background.
See the peeps? You know what we call those peeps, right?
What do we call them?
The yellow one is Pikachu.
Yeah.
Game Theory. GT Live reference.
Correct, yeah.
And the blue one is...
They're all the evolutions.
Sweet Peeper.
That's Mickey Rourke.
Maybe the real Mickey Rourke is in our hearts.
Hopefully he celebrates Easter with his family. I mean, he should do something.
Mickey Rourke in our hearts forever.
Oh, forget about it.
Oh, forget about it.
So we are here, chat.
Wait, you see my impression of Mickey Rourke?
For the Easter special, yeah.
I'm gonna do an impression of Mickey Rourke. Yeah, girls. You're not gonna be getting more than that from me, sweetie. It's my Mickey
It's
Rourke.
not how he talks.
How does he talk?
He just talks like an old person.
Sweetie, I'm gonna make you like boys again. He's like old Greg. Oh, Greg.
So before we get into, so this is the Easter special, a extra bonus episode.
Because what day is today?
Today is Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. Yesterday was Holy Saturday. The day before was Good Friday. Holy Thursday.
Although it's really not a Good Friday because I have to go to school.
Oh, more like Bad Friday. Am I right? Oh,
that's what I'm saying. So let's get into
That's
it. Let's do a quick Minecraft movie update review.
Whoa. So Minecraft movie.
Before we get into Hop.
You saw the Minecraft movie?
Yeah.
I saw it opening night.
It was okay.
What did you think of it?
It was not a great film. Everything that was good about it, I've already seen on TikTok. So I don't know. It was ruined, I guess, kind of, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So going into it, I didn't expect it to be good at all. And in terms of actual, the story and the pacing and the way the characters were written, I thought it was very terrible.
Okay, good.
I think specifically, I mentioned this to you earlier, specifically the first 15 minutes where Jack Black is explaining his whole backstory, and he's like, as a child I yearned for the mines, and then I had a job, and then I quit the job, and then I went to Minecraft, and then I crafted, and I met Dennis, and then I did this, and then I did this. It was that is the worst storytelling of all time. The whole this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. That was actually so terrible. But it was almost funny how bad that part of it was.
Well, the movie is just Jack Black explaining what Minecraft is to the moms and dads who brought their kids.
And I guess the thing that I did like about the movie is that there were some parts I didn't feel like the movie was trying too hard to be a good movie. It didn't feel like they really cared about making it that good of a movie.
Well, I feel like they made it in less than a year. It was really quick turnaround time.
Yeah. Well, the movie has actually been in kind of a development hell since it was supposed to come out in 2022.
I feel like there's the best part of the movie was Jennifer Coolidge.
I actually disagree. I did like Jennifer Coolidge.
Ah, Carlito.
I wish she was utilized more.
I do
I
wish
wish
she was utilized
a
more.
little more. She was really in it. It was very funny. Her
She'll
and
be in
the
the sequel.
villager were very funny. Could be, right?
Her
I
and the villager
did
will do the
like
Ender
now,
Dragon.
you did not like Jason Momoa.
No, I found him to be the most annoying
I
motherfucker
found
in it.
his character to be so funny.
He's not the most
I found him
annoying.
so entertaining. Him and Jack Black were so fucking entertaining.
He's not the
I
most
enjoyed watching them.
He is not the most annoying. There is one more.
When him and Jack Black 69, you can't tell me that shit wasn't good.
The kid is not for me.
The kid is pretty annoying. Apparently he's supposed to be Destiny. That's what I heard. Is that he actually represents oh no. He's supposed to be the modding community.
Yeah, he looks and sounds like Destiny.
He's supposed to be the modding community.
And this fucking potato launcher is so stupid. His sister and
wait, did you hear that? I don't want to spread anything that's fake, so like this could be false, but like did you see that there's allegedly like a sex tape between Nick Fuentes and Destiny?
And I'm not a fan of the Orange is the New Black character that's in this movie because
No,
she
she's
was
terrible.
not
She's
utilized.
so not in the movie.
And then like the chip factory was like weird.
I don't understand. First of all, the sister was a terrible character.
Well, so she's a social media manager, but it looks like she's like in
How
charge
old
of
is she?
shit.
13?
Also,
She's
she
has like a powerful corporate position at this potato chip company.
well, they keep talking
and
about their
she's, like,
dead
14
the
years
dead
old.
mom, and it's like, well, it came up like twice.
Honestly, the way they brought it up was kind of funny. They were just like, "Our mom is dead, and I have to look after you."
I was like, this is weird. And then they're
The
like,
real main
they're like,
characters
women are
were-
good at self-defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, here's the
yeah.
thing. In my showing, though, when they did the final song with Jack Black, every time Jack Black sang, the audio cut out and stopped in the theater. So every
that's
time
weird.
Jack Black sang, it was like noise suppression for him, but Jason Momoa and Tasty and all of them, like we could hear their voice. So strange.
That's weird.
Um,
No, my I enjoyed Jason Momoa and Jack Black. My theater experience was very good. It was before the whole like all the stuff like started happening on TikTok and that became like popular. So it was before like all like the like really like screaming and throwing shit. So I didn't get any of that, but I did every time he said something, there was like a round of applause. It was like a polite applause. So he would say like, "This is a crafting table." And everyone went, like the whole theater did it. Like the whole theater would start clapping.
the movie,
So for all TikTok audios,
the movie just seemed like a really long SNL skit.
it was. I will say, I laughed so much. I really did think it was funny.
Yeah,
And part of that was like,
agree.
I was watching it with my friends,
Yeah,
and so I would like. Some of it was because I did think parts of the movie were funny. Some of it was me like just like laughing at like something happening in the movie that like not necessarily because it was a funny joke or like me making jokes with my friends. Like I got more part of my experience watching the movie, who I went to see it with, and how the theater was definitely made my experience better.
yeah.
My favorite part of the movie, hands down, what I think was genuinely the funniest part of the movie was General Chunga.
Okay.
The piglin guy.
What was
you know what I'm
funny
talking
about that
right?
though?
I don't know. I really don't. It really wasn't that funny. His voice was so funny to me.
Well, that's not okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh. Yes, that was funny. Yes, no, I agree. That was funny because he was an actual character that like could speak words and had emotion. Yes.
Like why? Like why he would he and I it
That
was
was
so
funny.
fucking stupid.
That
How
was
he
funny.
always said he was like, "Do you want me to unalive him?" And they had him say unalive, but then later in the movie they used kill. So it wasn't like they weren't going to use kill. This movie was not for like I would not take my kids to see this movie.
Really,
feel
it's a kids movie though.
I know, but I feel like some of the stuff was on the nose. Like it
Well,
was a little too.
we just watched Hop, and there's a lot of on the nose stuff too in that kids movie.
I guess that's true.
That's
I
what
guess it's
kids
just,
movies are. I guess we forgot.
I kind of forgot because I didn't realize that when I would like watch kids movies
Yeah.
that movies like Hop are about sex crazed bunnies that are just trying to sniff some girl's hair. Anyway, segue.
Yeah,
What would you
so
give the Minecraft?
the Minecraft movie's low key a 2 out of 5.
I would give it like a 3.5. In terms of video game movies, like recent ones that came out, I think I enjoyed it more than Five Nights at Freddy's.
I can't agree with that.
And I think I liked it about the same as the Mario movie, but for different reasons.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a cinematic experience.
Five Nights at Freddy's was kind of not that good in some points.
I disagree with that comment.
It was hard carried
By Matthew Lillard.
Lillard.
Yes, if there was
Hard
no
carried.
Lillard, then it wouldn't be a good movie. That's a
was.
fact.
The Lil was not in the movie enough. He needed to be in it,
He wasn't
more.
utilized enough.
right?
So we should
Just like the black woman
Shh,
in this movie.
what I'm saying. So should we move on to Hop?
So let's talk Hop.
Let's talk Hop, the 2011 Universal Illumination masterpiece. It's low-key. It's really good.
It's really not. I don't really know where you're coming from with a 4. You said it's a 4 out of 5.
Yes.
Maybe a 4 out of 10.
Nope, it's a 4 out of 5.
All right, so let's dissect.
So the movie starts,
What?
and we meet EB,
Right.
the Easter Bunny, or the son of the Easter Bunny, and he,
Voiced by
well,
none other.
voiced by none other than rapist in the UK, Russell Brand, and
Russell
the
Brand.
thing with,
Alleged, hey.
yeah, sure. I like how they spend not a lot of time on Easter Island, and it's a lot of time in the real city, where we
Right.
meet James Marsden's family. And I'm sorry, but why is his family so hateful? Like
They are
the dad is
hateful.
like being OD.
The mom is not in the movie. They could have done a
No.
storyline where the mom was dead, and
Yeah.
I think it would have actually been better. I think this movie should have been a dead mom movie,
And they have the adopted
like Minecraft. Dead mom movie.
dead mom movie. I thought you were talking about adopted sister. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, the Asian sister, kind of a bitch to be honest.
Low key.
Low key, like he was just like trying to do his ventriloquism, and she was all like, "This is my play, bitch. This is my real hair.
This is my real hair. I got my real hair on. So then James Marsden leaves his family dinner and hits EB because EB goes to Hollywood.
EB is upset,
And
right?
EB
Because
is upset.
He does not want to be because his
And-
father,
well,
Dr. House.
Him hitting him with the car was giving Minecraft movie. It was giving Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh,
Ah, my Jeep Grand Cherokee. Ah. And then he hits EB and takes him back to the sister's mansion, or are they house sitting? From what I understand, I'm assuming the sister is house sitting.
they're house sitting for one of her rich friends. Like it's her boss, I think. It's her boss's house.
And then he talks to a rabbit. James Marsden's character is very strange.
He has, I think, high functioning
He's just like a
high functioning
weird.
individual.
It's weird.
Hyperfixation on Easter and the Easter Bunny.
It's
but
strange.
He didn't. So what's interesting to me is that he meets a talking rabbit, and he does not connect that to Easter,
No, not until like halfway through.
even
the
though
film.
he's obsessed with the Easter Bunny. He does not initially connect talking rabbit who poops jelly beans.
So then, when the next
Easter.
day, where do they go? Oh, they go to his job interview at the tech startup, where
That
we
was
meet
weird.
Chelsea Handler, and there's like a recording
Yeah.
studio with a blind band, and EB
blind
drums
blues
with
people.
them, and then does a black scent, which was
Yeah, to
weird.
fit in because he's trying to pretend to be their guy. So he's like, hey, I'm one of you. He goes, he's with the kind of California raisins type.
And then James Marsden crashes out and doesn't get the job.
Which
But-
he would not have gotten either way. I
No.
think it was doomed from the start.
But then EB gets a recommendation from this band to go on what's it called? The Hoff's Got Talent? Hoff Knows Talent?
Hoff knows talent,
So weird.
which is David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff from Super
Now, do you think they
SpongeBob.
could Yeah, do you think they ever considered giving David Hasselhoff his own actual, like, the Hoff's Got Talent, like, making it a real show? Because
No,
people would watch that, I think.
not now.
Why not? Oh, because no one knows who David Hasselhoff is.
Well,
But,
I
like,
don't think he's doing much work anymore. I think he's retired. So they audition with David Hasselhoff, and he gets in, and then so the Easter Bunny finds out that EB has left Easter Island, so he sends the pink berets. Now back at Easter Island, there is a definite race problem in Easter Island.
so essentially, the racial situation at Easter Island is there. This is the chain of command. There's obviously the Easter Bunny, Dr. House. He is in charge of everything. And then below him is EB, because EB is a Nepo baby and is next in line to be Easter Bunny. Below
EB is on Bravo's Next Gen NYC.
Is Carlos. So Carlos is the head of manufacturing.
Right.
He is a Mexican chick. He's voiced by Hank Azaria, and he is the Easter Bunny's right-hand man, but he's really just in charge of manufacturing. And honestly, Dr. House is kind of abusive to him. He belittles him, he's constantly yelling at him, and every time Carlos suggests the idea that maybe if EB's not interested in taking over, because he's not, EB is very much against being Easter Bunny. That's why he ran away in the first place, was to pursue drumming. Hey, EB doesn't want to do it. Maybe I can do it. I'm a drummer. And Dr. House laughs in his face.
No.
And so below
Yeah.
below that, kind of at a similar level to Carlos, are the other bunnies. Now, the bunnies oversee manufacturing. They ride around on scooters and they make sure all the workers are behaving. No one's staying out of line.
They also fly
They probably make sure no one's doing overtime.
They fly the sleigh.
Yes. So they are basically in charge of all of the sort of
They're the reindeer and the
upper
elves.
level. They're like the white collar jobs, because they're not even doing the labor necessarily. They're just overseeing the production. And then at the very bottom are the chicks, and they all respond to Carlos, and they are the actual laborers. So they're making minimum wage. They probably don't get paid anything. They don't get any recognition. They have to lay the eggs and sacrifice their children just so they can be drained and painted. They're doing they're the laborers. They're the workers.
And
Carlos,
there's a worker revolution.
Yes, because Carlos is really pissed off. And so when the bunnies aren't really paying attention, he gathers the chicks and he's like, hey, we are going to have a workers' revolution, a Bolshevik revolution, and we are going to overthrow. I actually have that somewhere. I don't know where it is. I used to keep a copy of the Communist Manifesto on my desk. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, it's not a it's not like a plus aura thing necessarily.
No, I know. I just keep it because I personally, and I'm not here to shame anyone, but I'm personally not a fan of
H3 Snark. H3 Snark loves communism.
Of course they do.
Yeah. H3 Snark loves communism.
If you've ever talked to a snarker, they'll hit you. They'll always throw out do you even know anything about communism? And then you can tell them I actually keep a copy of the manifesto on my desk. That actually happened to me. I had this conversation in high school.
Hold on, there was a snarker that came up to you?
She was basically a snarker, and I was talking about communism, and she was like, I think it's great. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I actually have a copy of the Communist Manifesto on my desk. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I read it all the time, and it reminds me just so I know how stupid of an idea it is. And she got all upset with me. It was a snarker. And then I saw her. She went on r/H3 Snark, and she
doxed. She doxing Teddy's preschool.
Oh. Ethan's son, Teddy.
Oh. Anyways,
So
they
workers'
go
revolution.
to
There's a communist revolution on Easter Island. That's about to happen. So back in the real world with EB and James Marsden, they pull up to Hoff Got Talent.
he passes through the audition, then they have to go to
And Hasselhoff loves it. He freaking
they have to
loves
go
it.
to James Marsden's adopted sister's spring show where EB runs because it's so bad he runs on stage, starts singing,
And he goes, "This is shit. Fuck you."
and then he goes,
And then
I want candy, boom 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 boom, but he poses as a ventriloquist because James Marsden
Now, I will
can't admit
say-
he's a speaking rabbit.
the way the scene unfolds is so awkward because he goes up there and he goes with obviously because he's just it's like the starting part of the song, so there's no audio in the background. He just goes, "I want candy. I want candy."
And then James
and then
Marsden.
everyone starts getting into it.
Well, James Marsden's
all
dad
like saying-
fucking hates his son.
Oh, he hates him. He literally looks at him with that disappointed look. He's like, "You're a disappointment, son." He says, after the play, actually, he says, "Why do you look at me like you're so disappointed in me?" And his dad goes, "It's hard not to be disappointed in you.
He said, "What can I be?" It was like, "What can I be proud of?" I'm like,
What is there to be proud of?" What a crazy thing to
God.
say to your son.
wild. So then he like James Marsden has like a straight up like crash out Loki where he's just like looking at pictures of Easter bunnies on the wall. And he's like, oh my
Starts
god!
peeking, and he's like,
And then he
He
finds
knows what-
a. He pulls out his 20-year-old golden chocolate bunny from when he saw the Easter bunny. He's holding it in like a freaking shoebox. It's all like shriveled
was this
up.
the moment when he realized that EB was the Easter Bunny?
Yes, because every time EB said it, he didn't take him for real.
He was like, "No, you're just a British talking rabbit named EB. What else could
The
EB stand
fuck?
for?
So
Easter Bunny?"
then we pull up on like one of the weirdest scenes where it's the day of the David Hasselhoff like audition thing, and EB like fucking makes like fakes his own death. He puts a butterball,
So EB is geeked because the baddie berets actually find them.
and then he also
and they have the house corner.
so that implies that he has multiple sets of clothes because he has the clothes on his body
True.
plus the ones
He
on
just
the
because he did
turkey.
bring a backpack, so he brought just the same clothes.
It's like
He
the
just wears
Fred thing where he wears the same thing.
Yeah. So he puts. I think I understand his logic. He wants them to think, them as in the the baddie berets. He wants them to think that he's dead. So he uses the butterball turkey to fake his own death. But he puts James Marsden in hot water because now
Literally in hot water.
it looks like James Marsden just cooked EB.
So they kidnap James Marsden. They go back to Easter Island. EB makes the decision with the Hoff to save his friend. They go back to the island where the
And we also get a cameo from Dustin
Oh.
Ybarra.
and we didn't talk about the Hugh Hefner cameo. So
that was, like, way early
weird,
on.
so weird. Anyways,
So EB basically goes. This is like early on in the movie.
Yeah.
Before he gets hit by the car.
he's trying to
he's
find somewhere to
looking and he
live.
And he goes, "Hey, Hugh Hefner, I hear you like. I like too." And then Hugh Hefner's like, "I can't see her face. Can't see her face."
Anyways, they go to save James Marsden, and this is when the fucking
James Marsden got kidnapped, and they're basically like, "Hey, you killed EB, and House is in tears, and no one's listening to him. That's a turkey."
he gets dethroned.
Because all of the bunnies get tricked into going into a room for EB's funeral, because Carlos says there's carrots for his funeral, and then they all go in there and they get locked in, and Carlos kills the pink. Wait. Does he kill the pink berets? They never come back into the show. He dumps molten chocolate on them.
Also,
Sacrifices are necessary for the revolution.
he becomes the
puts
Easter
all
bunny.
the bunnies in the gas chamber,
He becomes
and
the
then
Easter bunny.
but the EB comes in.
No, but he gets big.
Yes, so
He bolts.
Carlos steals the scepter. He steals there's a big scepter.
Correct. Oh, scepter. Correct.
egg scepter?
Not a cane. It's a scepter.
No, it's only a cane when House is using it.
No, it's not. Okay.
Dr.
Anyways,
House uses a
he becomes the Easter Bunny, and we have the most anticlimactic ending where
he's trying to fly off, right?
yeah, and then EB starts drumming and he saves the day.
Because he fucks up the stupid Phil. There's this one
Yeah.
stupid
He
chick
loves
named Phil.
he who loves Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you
So
remember?
he gets all dancing.
And EB saves the day. And then James Marsden and EB become half co-Easter bunnies. Where on Easter brunch, after the dad calling James Marsden a failure to his face multiple times, has the biggest flip up ever and is like, "I love you, son. You're so amazing."
I don't like
And
when people switch up. I don't like people who switch up.
also, he like saw that like the dad saw it as like an investment opportunity where like the son is making money and he wants some of that.
Right? He wants in.
So
He's like, I want in, son, on this Easter type shit.
Hop is a classic. 4 out of 5 stars. Every year it's good.
What's the highlight? Honestly, every year you watch this shit every year.
No, but I bet people do.
Oh, okay.
It's like Home Alone
I
status for
personally-
Easter.
I prefer to watch Hasselhoff at Easter.
Yes. I agree.
Or you know what? Actually, I'm gonna be watching every year from now on is the Sweet Potato Podcast Easter special.
Oh, forget
I will
about
be
it.
watching that every year at Easter. Forget about it. I would change if I could go back in time in Hop. I would make Hank Azaria, not Carlos. I feel like that aged a little.
That didn't age very well now. I would have made it George Lopez.
George Lopez would have been freaking funny. He would have been funny. He's a funny guy. He's a funny
Ciara.
guy. I think this movie is definitely one of its time.
Yeah.
This like time period from 2000, like late 2000s, early 2010s, there were so many of these CGI animal companion movies.
I know.
Like, just to name a few: Hop, Yogi Bear, Alvin and the Chipmunks,
Alvin the Chipmunks 2, Alvin the Chipmunks Shipwrecked, Alvin
Right.
the Chipmunks Road Trip,
Garfield,
Bill Murray, Garfield 1 and
and
2.
Garfield 2.
What would you rate this movie? This film?
I don't know, like a it's fine. It's funny in some parts, but I don't really. It was a little bit of a boring movie, to be honest.
Oh my god, not a hater.
I'm not hating.
You're
It was just
hating.
like-
You're like mad hating this movie.
I'm not hating it. I'm not.
It's
mad
definitely
dogging
better
it.
than The Weeknd's new album.
It's a movie.
And it's my
Album.
so point still stands.
Buddy. You didn't even listen to the album.
I didn't even need to.
All right. You're rage baiting at this point.
I'm rage baiting? No, you want to see rage baiting? You haven't even seen rage baiting. Tell I'm done with Joe. Yo, wait, was
real. I don't know if you saw that I did that the entire last episode.
what? You kept doing this? I haven't finished editing
Yes.
it. I haven't even really.
We're gonna see
I'm
the
really sorry.
whole episode. I sit there the whole episode, and I keep going.
Her wig was. You know, speaking of
wig
Easter,
was-
remember that episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey where they go to Teresa's house with Nono, and Nono has like low-key a heart attack or something, and he goes, "Why don't you talk to me, Joe Gorga?" And Joe Gorga's like, "I do come over and talk to you." And Teresa's like, "You don't ever talk to your father, Joe." And then Gia Judice gets involved, and then Melissa like tells Gia to stop worrying about this. Stop worrying about it. This is adult conversation. SMH.
Remember when Joe Gorga slammed the table so hard that the cheese went flying everywhere, and Frank Catania had to pick up all the cheese on the ground?
I do remember that.
Those were good times. This was before the show got like, you know.
So let's ask some Easter questions. So what were you an egg hunt kid?
I was an egg hunt kid. Yeah. At
Did
my
you go to
grandparents'
the?
house.
Okay, so and what did you ever get like a golden egg?
Oh, Kyle had her old nose in this movie.
That might be one of the funniest things you ever said on the show.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm reading a comment.
Did you ever have like
It's
a?
the top comment on a post I found. Shout out to express_shake 3980.
Did you ever have like a golden egg?
Yeah. So there was a egg that I used to think was a Garfield egg, but it was actually just an orange rabbit.
Okay.
But it was like a rabbit egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really cool. So my grandma would always put like the coolest thing in.
Mm-hmm. For
So
sure.
that would always be like the special egg. So it used to be candy, and then there were like different points when they put other stuff in it too. So there was a year that it was all trash pack.
Yep.
So every egg had a different trash pack in it. And there was a year that it was yokai medals, like the plastic yokai medals. So every egg had a different yokai medal in
Oh
it.
god.
And then like sometimes money
Yeah.
mixed with candy. After like when I got a little older, it would just be candy and money.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'd get like $10 in the Garfield egg, and then the rest of them would have like candy and like a couple like quarters or something.
That's fire. That's
But
straight
that was my
facts.
golden egg. That was my
Now,
golden goop.
we definitely did worst candy tier list. What is the best Easter candy?
Easter candy specifically. Obviously, the Russell Stover bitches are so good, but like that's kind of just a given. Like, they're always there.
I'll tell you what
I'm
the
gonna
best
go
one is.
I'm gonna go Cadbury.
Cream?
Cadbury cream egg.
I'm Reese's egg. Because the holiday Reese's are significantly better. Because there's a more peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
Okay, here you want to hear my hot take? I prefer
I don't think I'm ready for
holiday
this.
Reese's. Okay, I do prefer Reese's are my favorite candy. I'm just gonna put that out there. They are my favorite.
So do you say? So here's another thing. Before you bring up this point, people say. I think the actual way to say it is Reese's. I've never said it like that though.
I don't think it really matters that much. Reese's Pieces.
I always say Reese's, but maybe that's because we're from where we're from. Everyone else I've ever heard it's from other parts of the world say Reese's.
Who do you talk to from other part of the world?
Well, not talk to, just like in media and stuff. All that everyone says Reese's.
Because I've never heard. I've heard Reese's.
Like
but
if you
it
listen to
sounds
commercial.
weird. Reese's.
So
It's Reese's.
what's your hot take?
No, because that's how BoJack Horseman. What's his name?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Lego Masters.
BoJack
Yeah.
Horseman.
Yeah.
That's how he says it.
Yes.
He says Reese's Pieces.
No, he says Reese's.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up right
We're
now.
gonna look it up right fucking now. Put a bet on this motherfucker. You're not getting your Grimace egg. Swear to God.
Reese's eggs are back, and we hit them somewhere you'll never
Reese's peanut butter.
find.
Reese's peanut butter
Psych.
cup.
Put 'em
Reese's peanut
everywhere.
butter cup.
Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations and chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys and grocery stores, which we already mentioned. Not sorry, Reese's.
You know Jesse is in that show?
BoJack
Like Jesse
Horseman.
Pinkman?
So what's your hot take?
Wait, hold on. Reese's peanut butter cup. Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't even know what I say.
I say
Reese's Pieces?
Reese's.
No, I say Reese's Pieces. Or do I say Reese's Pieces?
It
I literally
it's
don't
kind
know.
of like
I'm
that aunt thing.
I'm like tweaking out. Well, I never say aunt. I always say aunt.
Mm.
Aunt. No, I always say
But who
aunt.
be saying tomato?
No
That's
one
what I'm
says
saying. Like,
potato and tomato.
like
That
that's
is
just
made
not
up.
true.
That is a whole ass made up stupid saying.
What is your
no,
hot?
Reese's Pieces. I think I do say Reese's. I think
What
you're right.
is your hot take?
So I prefer the holiday Reese's to the standard Reese's cups.
I already
Like
said
the
that.
standard ones.
I already said that.
But I prefer mini Reese's to the holiday one.
I can't get on board with that.
My favorite Reese's are the mini cups. Those are the best ones in my. I love the mini cups.
We went to BJ's the other day. They already have July 4th mini cups out.
What?
It's too early.
Bro, it's not even Easter yet. How are we putting July?
It's too early.
4th?
Before we know
Oh
it,
my
we're gonna
God.
have goddamn Halloween shit.
Halloween.
That's gonna be mine.
Wait, you know what's really cool? It actually has a straw.
That's what I'm saying. I want it. Cause I have
Okay, I see the
two.
grimace
I have
egg.
two grimaces. It's like it's
Let me see
away.
the goods.
It's put away.
What's the put away?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Fire.
here's like my Reese's ranking. I like mini cups the most, then pieces,
Mm-hmm.
then holiday, then regular cups. And then like below that, there's some of the I don't really mess with like the Take 5
I don't know.
or the sticks. Like they're
No.
not bad.
No.
Like if someone handed me a Reese's stick, I would eat it.
Yeah. No. Well, the Take 5s are good, but like
Reese's.
I wouldn't go out of my way
Reese's.
and get a Take 5.
I wouldn't go. I'm buying a standard Reese's cup,
Yeah.
like a pack of
Mhm.
standard cups before I buy anything else.
But I'm buying a
But-
holiday before I'm buying a.
Yeah, I will say, the sticks, throw them in the fridge
Oh yeah,
so they're
probably.
cold.
Actually, any of them.
I like
Yeah.
the thins.
any
The
of 'em.
thins are good.
Mm.
Those are good in the fridge.
Fire.
Reese's are good cold. It's like on ice cream. Like I like them on ice cream and stuff. Like the bits, Reese's bits.
Reese's ice cream is good too.
Yeah. But yeah, so Cadbury eggs though are my favorite holiday because they're just like they're only Easter
The cream,
in
yeah.
my mind. They can't be at any other holiday. They tried to do them at Halloween with the green filling
It's
and that's
not
just
it.
gross. Like
It's just
that's not
disgusting.
it.
Well, with that, that was the Sweet Potato Podcast Easter Special 2025.
Happy Easter, guys.
Happy Easter, and we will talk to you soon. Hopefully.
Like, okay, so this is coming out Sunday. Are we dropping another episode on Tuesday?
We gotta
That's
think.
too much.
That's too much. We're gonna take a week off.
Next.
We're gonna take
No,
a week off.
technically not because Sunday is the start of the week.
We're
So
gonna
just coming out a little
we're gonna
early.
take a Tuesday off and be back, hopefully with some
back to
Bravo's Love Hotel by then.
Oh, when does that start?
Bravo's Love Hotel. I'm pretty sure it starts the 25th.
We got a
of-
B.O.B. review.
Of
B.O.B.
that,
concert review.
we can talk about Beverly Hills Reunion Part 3. We got a lot. We got a lot. Anyways, happy Easter.
Happy Easter, chat. Sweet Potato Podcast.
Oh, chicken jockey.
Jack and Jockey.